Yeah, no, there was times where I felt it a little bit, but we did a good job. The training staff did a good job of kind of helping me out all week to get me in the best possible condition, and I thought it held up well during the game, and we made some big plays.
What was it about that second quarter, that stretch run you guys had in that quarter?
We were just hitting on the plays. I mean, it was the same game plan as we kind of stayed at the same game plan, called the same plays. We hit on them in the second quarter, and we missed them in other parts in the game. And so, I mean, we had a great quarter, but as an offense, it was too much sloppiness, I guess you would say, and we weren't being efficient as we usually are.
Patrick, no Tyreek today, but you had some other guys like D-Rob and Mahomes that talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we roll as a team in general. It's just whenever guys get their opportunity, they step up and make plays. It's not soaking in like someone else that going down. It's about getting in and the next guy up mentality. But we're ready. Hopefully, get Tyreek back here soon. But at the same time, while he's not here, those guys are going to step up and play.
It seemed like there was a couple times you could have taken off, bro. Was there a conscious effort not to do that today?
Yeah, I mean, there was times where I kind of focused more on throwing the ball instead of running. Like I was going to try to block on that one with Damian and realized that probably wasn't a good idea. But it was, I mean, just trying to stay in the pocket, make things happen from there. I got a lot of skill positions. The O-line protected really well for me and kept me upright and kept me where I could just move around the pocket and make throws.
Are you like concerted effort sometimes, like when you know the Marcus is hitting, trying to keep feeding him the ball, or do you still try to spread it around and get everybody else involved?
Yeah, I think that's one thing about this offense is I just go through my reads and whoever's open is open, and I just try to give them chances to make plays. And I thought that they kind of focused on trying to take away Sammy after his big game last week, and it gave other guys opportunities to make plays. And so that was how we roll as an offense is that whoever, like I said, every week it's someone else that makes plays. And so if we can keep doing that, then hopefully we'll keep having success.
They want to shut down the running game today, but again, you can pick your poison and however the offense attacks the defense.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. They did a good job of stopping the run game. We figured out ways to have success with the pass, and so I mean there'll be weeks whenever the run game's where we need to go to, and the pass game is what's kind of stalling out on the field a little bit. And so when you have guys at every single position, you kind of just pick what they're trying to stop and just go with what that they're not.
What was it about today's game that allowed DeMarcus to have the game that he did?
He just made the plays whenever the ball was thrown his way. I mean, he's a guy that's always going to be working. He's always going to be trying to get open. And when his number got called today, he made big plays. And I think that was something that he's done his whole entire career.
Patrick, just somebody who's been around him, I know you worked out in the offseason. Just personally, what does it mean to you to see DeMarcus have that opportunity for him to go out and take advantage of it?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome for sure. I mean, he's a guy that he kind of gets lost in the shuffle of things sometimes whenever he's a guy that's super talented and makes a lot of big plays happen. And, I mean, it's everything from catching the ball on scrambles, catching touchdowns, maybe being the last read across the middle of the field, or making the blocks and doing whatever he can to help his teammates out. And so when you have guys that play hard for each other and that they finally get their time to shine, it's always good to see that.
Patrick, just with Tyreek being out, obviously your biggest beats right there, and it seemed like you consistently beat him deep down the field. Was there any sort of point where you guys still had that?
I don't think it was any point to try to prove that we could do it, I guess you would say, without Tyreek, but it was just running the offense the way we run it. I mean, that we're not going to change what we do. I mean, obviously, we want Tyreek out there. He's a one-of-a-kind player, someone that's special on the field. But we're going to run our offense the way we run it, and guys are going to step up and make plays when their number's called.
And you really liked the play that didn't count along with
The Chiefs offensive lineman Cam Irvin. Cam, I know going into this week going into this game with Eric being banged up on Friday, just how much mentally were you prepared to step in case he wasn't able to go?
I mean, every week, us as backups, they tell us that we're 6-7 starters because I mean any man can have to be in the game at any time, and just prepare every week the same way as if you have to go in the game, regardless if you're not starting or not. So I mean that's one thing I've learned after being in the league for as long as I've been. So just being this next man up. So.
What clicked for you guys in the second quarter? I know the first couple of drives you kind of didn't really get it going, and then once you got to the second quarter, it just seemed like everything started clicking.
Everybody just kind of had to settle in. I mean, some games are like that. I mean, everybody's used to us coming out and putting up at least a touchdown or two a quarter. So, I mean, to explode like that and then kind of lull a little bit in that second half, it was tough, but it's one of those things where it's a good check for us as the offense to just try to continue to go out there and maintain drives and just play and execute.
How does the mindset of you guys change offensively, knowing that Patrick might not be at 100% regarding his mobility with his ankle?
It doesn't change at all for us. I mean, we're aware of it, but I mean, the only thing it changes for us, I mean, we just want to consciously think about making sure that he doesn't have to run around a lot and he can sit in his spot and throw the ball. So, you know, we knew it was a little banged up, but, you know, he doesn't act any different, so we don't either.
What last question is just what is it like? I know you've seen this movie before, but to see him, you give him a little bit of time, he gets see the ball down the field, starts making plays. Just what's it like for you as an offensive lineman to see that?
I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard this 1,000 times already by now, but I mean, Pat's just a special player, and just getting in there and making sure you get a body on a body, and you know those receivers are all on the same page with Pat. I mean, it's sky's the limit for this offense. So,
All right, congrats. Thank you.
thank you.
People can get caught up in stats, but it's key defensive stops that maybe turn this game. Rashad Breeland with me now, one of the defensive heroes. I want to ask you about the first time to get a stop, because the first 2 drives they get 10 points. What flipped it?
I mean, we just kept with it. You know what I mean? We knew coming in here it's going to be a hostile environment. You know what I mean? We had to motivate ourselves to really go out there and get it done. But they came out, punch us in the mouth pretty early on. So we just took it and came back and tried to get the drives going.
I want to ask you because Spags talked about this even all the way back to like OTAs, meaning I want to see how our guys will handle adversity. What answer did you give today?
We came back fighting strong. You know what I mean? You see 10 points. We gave 10 points in the first half, and that's where we ended with. So the guys came together. You can see how this defense really growing together. Defense, D-line, secondary, and linebackers all meshing together. And we take pride in coming together.
So Oakland didn't quit. They're driving third quarter, goal to go, and you get the interception. Tell us about that play and what happened.
I kind of read the quarterback eyes. I knew it was going to be fade. He handed the ball off the first time going around. The receiver still ran the route. And they kind of gave each other that look, like, yeah, we might have this play. So I just jumped it. And he kind of gave up on it, and it was easy access to the ball.
How much of that is you being a veteran in this league, and how much of that is you preparing for this game?
A little bit of both, you know what I mean? Preparing for this game, we knew they would get phased, and 16 was his guy, especially in the red zone. They was going to try to throw jump balls to him at 83. And I was just ready for it. It was either a slant or a fade, and I guess right.
Nice guess, nice play. Exciting now to finally get to play a home game. Undefeated Ravens, here they come. And Jackson's been tough early. What about a chance to go back and finally play with the crowd at your back?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I can't wait. 2 hostile environments, Jacksonville and here. We finally go home and let the feed off the energy from Chief Kingdom. And we're just ready to get it done.
Coach, they come out, they hit you in the mouth there. Talk about the moxie of being down 10-0 and rebounding.
Well, John did a good job with his team there. I mean, they're ready at the beginning. A lot of energy, especially coming off that Monday night game. And I'm proud of our guys for not panicking and coming back and having a great second quarter.
Yeah, you had a historic second quarter. Was that a bunch of small, minute adjustments, or did you make some significant ones?
I think it was just a matter of the guys saying, we got to go. You know, I'd give the credit to the players there, and just they put their foot down and said enough's enough, and we got to play better, and so that's what they did.
Mahomes, great day, over 400 yards. I want to talk second week in a row you have a receiver with almost 200-plus yards, D-Rob. Talk about DeMarcus Robinson.
Yeah, so DeMarcus is a heck of a player. I mean, he's worked his tail off to know every position on the offense. He's a little bit of a Raider killer in there. You know, I mean, he just has big games against him for whatever reason. But listen, he stepped up big for us today, and he does every week. He's kind of the unsung hero. He does so much of the dirty work, and I'm just proud of him for where he was when we got him to where he is now, and the hard work that he's put in.
Your starting left tackle has an injury, a groin injury that he tried to battle through, couldn't make it a go. Cam Irving comes in, struggles a little bit, but he guts it out.
Yeah, he had a couple rough plays right at the beginning, and then he just kind of put it together and said enough. He's one of the guys that just said enough's enough, and we got to play.
Your defense continues to impress. You get pressure with just 4. I want to talk about the secondary. They just seem to be everywhere today.
Well, they were. Again, Derek's playing good football, Carr, and John's dialing them up, and they've got some good players. So we knew we'd have our hands full, but I thought that the defense in general just said that, you know, we're battening down the hatches, and here we go. and their coaches, Spags, and the coaches hung with them and kept dialing it up for them. And I just thought they did a nice job rallying.
Yeah, they refused last week. I know they thought 26 points was too much. They held the Raiders to 10. Your running game is one area at 30-plus yards. I know you want to do better there.
Yeah, I know we've got to do better, but like I said before, if you don't run the ball, you got to stop the pass too. So we went to our short intermediate game and dialed that up, and that loosened them up a little bit. And then we finished strong with the run.
Look, I know you don't follow stats, but I'd be remiss if I don't congratulate you on tying your 209th win. You tied Chuck Noll for 6th all-time. It's pretty impressive, Coach.
Yeah, Chuck Noll's pretty impressive. He's a good one. No, I appreciate it, Dan. Thanks.
Well, congratulations on the division win. What to get them. Have a great week. We'll talk to you next one.
Thank you. Appreciate it.